Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Do you want to save more money and achieve financial stability? If so, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're going to share 7 frugal habits that will help you live below your means and achieve your financial goals. These habits may seem small, but they can have a big impact on your bank account in the long run. So, grab a notebook and pen, and let's get started. 1. Assess your current spending. In order to start living below your means, you need to understand the current way you spend money. This includes not only those non-essential items you may overspend on, but also your recurring monthly expenses. These monthly costs will include living expenses such as your rent, groceries, and even utility bills. Your spending may also include your transportation expenses, such as gas or bus money, and other monthly bills, such as insurance payments, minimum credit card payments, and student loan payments. To really get the full picture of your current spending, start by writing down all your monthly expenses and tallying them up. It's okay not to have an exact number, but understanding the rough total of your monthly spending will help you with the next steps toward adjusting your finances for the better. 2. Look for expenses you can trim. People often forget this step, especially as it's easy to forget the pricing of expenses like utility bills and insurance premiums isn't set in stone. There are a number of recurring bills people don't think to renegotiate. Fortunately, there are also many ways to decrease your monthly payments. You might use an app to help you identify what bills can be lowered, or even do the research yourself. Just as you would when shopping around for the best insurance rates or internet package, take some time to reach out to local providers and find out whether they can offer competitive rates. You can also save money on utilities simply by changing your usage habits. This might include things like taking shorter showers, decreasing the heat when you aren't home, and turning off lights that aren't being used. If your most expensive bills come from things other than utilities, such as groceries, you might also try changing the way you shop. 3. Create a budget. Now that you know what you're spending money on and have eliminated some excess in your regular bills, it's time to create a plan for your expenses moving forward. Contrary to popular belief, budgeting doesn't have to be some sort of ultra-frugal living that cuts the fun out of your spending. In fact, the best budgets aren't the strict ones, but the ones you can actually stick to in the long term. This means your ideal budget will strike a balance between paying your bills and saving up for the important things, as well as having some expendable income for the fun stuff. There are many ways to create a budget, and you should take the time to learn about your options. Once you have a budgeting style in mind, set some financial goals for yourself. This might include things like saving more money each month toward your retirement, or placing a cap on your non-essential shopping budget. Whatever you can do to live more frugally will ultimately get you closer to living below your means. 4. Monitor spending. With a budget in place, it's time to start monitoring your spending more closely. Now's a great time to begin tracking your monthly spending and seeing how it compares to your set budget. If the numbers don't align, it might be a matter of needing to readjust your budget to more appropriate levels. Maybe this means allocating more money toward your regular expenses and less toward long-term savings. This could happen for a number of reasons, especially if the prices of certain things you rely on, like gas or public transportation, increase. The important thing in this step is to be honest with yourself. Is this really a matter of needing to readjust your budget? Or is it about needing to cut back your spending? Take a hard look at your spending habits and be honest when determining whether the discrepancy within your budget is simply a matter of needing to cut back further. 5. Put money into savings. When living below your means, you still want to be sure you're saving up money for the important stuff, such as retirement, a house, or an emergency fund. By trimming down your expenses, you can allocate more of your income toward meeting these savings goals. With savings, you can also better handle any unexpected expenses or job losses that arise. A good habit is using automated savings. This can be accomplished through various apps or even within your own bank. Automating your savings can help you put aside a certain amount of money into your bank account every month. Because this will happen automatically on a date of your choosing, you won't have to worry about remembering to make the deposit. After creating your savings goals, set up regular reminders to check in on your progress. These might be monthly or even quarterly, but the important thing is to verify that you're on track and working toward a better, more stable financial future. 6. Start a side hustle. If all of this budgeting and financial planning still leaves you feeling like your monthly income falls short, then it might be time to consider starting a side hustle. Side gigs can be a great way to earn more money on your own schedule, often doing something you love. Maybe you like spending time with animals, or helping out in the local community, or even just driving around in your car. Whatever your interests, there are plenty of side hustles to choose from. Because you can commit as few or as many hours as you want to a side gig, it puts you in control when it comes to boosting your income. This extra money can go a long way in helping you live below your means by increasing the limits. 7. Downsize your living situation. Another way to get your budget under control is by downsizing your living situation. Often we don't realize just how much we're spending to be in our big house or multi-bedroom apartment. Keep in mind that larger dwellings aren't just expensive in terms of paying rent or mortgage, they also tend to cost more in utility bills. Ask yourself how much happiness your current living situation really brings, and if you need all that space or could be satisfied in a smaller home. If downsizing sounds like it might be a good option for you, be strategic about where you move next. Consider living in a place that allows you to save money on gas by walking or biking more, or even taking advantage of public transportation. Downsizing can come in many forms, so go ahead and consider the things you're paying for and just how necessary they really are in your current lifestyle. For example, you might choose to save up for a used car instead of a brand new car. Thanks for tuning into our video on 14 frugal habits to help you live below your means. We hope you found these tips helpful and can incorporate them into your own life. Remember, small changes can add up to big savings over time. Living frugally doesn't mean you have to give up everything you enjoy. By making smart choices and being intentional with your spending, you can achieve your financial goals without sacrificing your happiness. So, which of these habits will you start implementing today? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks to help you live a more fulfilling and budget-friendly life.